Hey guys, let's talk about the radio electronics in this thing. The radio is a Flysky GT2C. It's got the Redcat logo on it for their vehicle. It's got all your standard features that you'd want in a RTR radio. Steering, reversing, throttle reversing, all that. So it's all there. I don't expect any issues with it. So this is actually a pretty decent radio for a RTR. It uses 4 AA batteries, so actually pretty nice. One of the nice features about this truck is the Hexfly ESC, which is in all reality Hobbywing 1040 ESC. If you kind of move these wires back a little bit, you can actually see a little bit of the 1040 right there. So this is actually a nice ESC. It's got a forward continuous amp of 40 amps forward continuous, 180 amp forward burst, which is pretty darn good, which is more than this motor is ever going to take. On the reverse, you can get 20 amps continuous with a 90 amp burst, again more than this motor will ever take. And it is 3S compatible. I have not ran it on 3S, but if Hobbywing says it's 3S, I believe them. It's also waterproof. The BEC on it is actually 6 volts with 2 amps. And 2 amps is actually a pretty decent amount, especially for an ESC like this. It can probably power a fairly decent steering servo. So that's a good thing. And then you got the motor, which is a fan motor, 550 can, 19 turn, 19 tooth pinion. Still not sure what the spur gear is on it. I haven't seen the number. I'm sure it's out there somewhere. The receiver is pretty much a 3-channel Flysky receiver, which means if you have a GT3C that's been hacked or a B or something that you like better than the 2C, you can bind it to this receiver and you should have your 3rd channel, so you can put your winch on it or lights or whatever you want to do there. So that's pretty neat. The steering servo is a 15K Hexfly. So it is not the strongest of servos, but it does get the job done. It does steer the vehicle. Like, it'll probably make a full U-turn within a football field, so no big deal there. So I've already changed my plug to Dean's because that's what I run on everything crawler related. I run bigger plugs on my bigger stuff. So that's pretty much the electronics on this. Actually pretty decent electronics. I don't feel the truck would handle any more motor. It certainly does not need brushless. I just don't feel the truck could handle that power. But there you go. Guys, I'd like to add to the video with some specifics on the ESC. These little jumpers right here. This bottom one right here, this is for lipo or nickel metal. In stock form, it is over here on these jumpers, and that's for the nickel metal. If you're going to run lipo, make sure you change this over here. If not, you could over discharge your lipo, and they have been known to catch fire and burn things. Sometimes they leave a gigantic puff of smoke, sometimes they go up in flames. It's kind of a gamble on that. The top one, this changes the drag brake. In the far left side, you have 100% drag brake. That means it's going to hold as solid as it can. You move this over to the other side, and you're going to get 50% drag brake. If you want to gear this thing to the moon, you may want to mess with that a little bit. And if you want to remove drag brake completely, just pull the jumper out. So just remove the whole jumper here. That right there would give you no drag brake, full coast. However, this does not change the running program of the ESC, which means you will get instant reverse from a coast. So this is a straight crawler ESC. So yeah, it's going to be forward, reverse, just like on crawler. All it does is change your drag brake settings. 100% far left, far right 50%, all the way out 0%. So the most important part of this, make sure you got this jumper in the right position for lipo if you change over. If not, you could have major issues. And I'm sure you don't want to see your Redcat get burned up.